it's Lisa Carey from Make Your Business Simple. Today we're continuing on with our series of the 3 simple things, and today's topic is 3 simple ways to manage your to-do list. Now, I know that everybody has a to-do list, whether or not they have a formal to-do list or they just have it up in their head. Everybody has a list of tasks that they need to do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Now, we're going to look at how you can manage those effectively so you can get the most out of your day. So if you can, I'd love if you liked, if you commented, and particularly if you shared this with any time-poor business owners or entrepreneurs who have 1,000 ideas and they follow the shiny thing but aren't able to actually follow through. This is great for them. And anyone who likes lists, basically. So we're going to go through, like I said, the 3 simple ways you can manage your to-do list, and they are understanding what's coming up, pre-preparing, and prioritizing and reprioritizing. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail now on those. So the first thing that you can do to make your life simple when it comes to to-do lists is to understand what is coming up. So what's coming up in your business? So a lot of people, they like to do their to-do list and they might do it for that day. They might do it for that week. Now, keeping in mind that this works for anyone who uses any kind of a to-do list. It could be a computer system that actually automates all your to-do lists or your tasks. It could be an Excel spreadsheet that you have. It could just be you handwriting. So this all works for all of those. And yes, understanding what is coming up is a really important one. Have you ever sort of found where you've left something too late? You haven't started it in time. You knew it was coming up, you knew the due date, but you just hadn't really planned it out and thought in advance what you needed to do at what time. So the solution to this is to look up what you've got coming up in the next week, month, quarter, year. I don't know what your business lead times are like, but anything that you've got coming up that you think is going to need some prep work or you need to think about, this is the right time to have a look at it when you're doing up your task lists. Also, this is a time when, if you are finding that you've got a lot of work coming up, that you can start delegating if possible. A lot of businesses can't delegate because they don't have the resources, but planning your time and structuring your time is really important in doing that, and delegating is one option if you have that available to you. Now, the other one is don't overload yourself. Overloading yourself is really counterproductive. I think we all get to the, I can do this and I can do that, I can do so much. And actually, we can't do as much as we think. Things take longer than you think. Things get in your way, people come and talk to you. So it's being really realistic about what's coming up as well and what you can handle on a day-to-day basis. So the first way in managing your to-do list is to understand what's coming up. Now we'll move on to the next way, and that is to pre-prepare. Now, I don't know about you, but thanks Christine, I appreciate that. She's loving the tips. So yeah, back to it. Pre-preparing. Don't know if you have ever known anybody, or if you do it yourself, you probably have, where you spend all Monday morning figuring out what you have to do for the week. It could be Monday morning, it could actually be every morning, where you're just going through exactly, what do I need to do? How long is it going to take me? What can I actually get done? So that's the problem that I think a lot of us are faced with. Now, the solution that I like to employ is to pre-prepare. So on a Friday afternoon, when you're really winding down and there's nothing much going on in the office, what I like to do is just before I'm leaving, I will figure out what I need to do for the next week, and that will just give you the opportunity to get everything down, get everything that you need to do, and you'll be able to go to your weekend with a clear head. Again, I don't know about you, but I spend a lot of my weekend worrying about, what do I have to do next week? What am I going to do? And Sunday nights are the worst. You stay up till 3 and worrying about everything that you've got done. But if you've pre-prepared and you've listed everything that you have to do on Monday or the following week, then you won't have to worry about that anymore. Now, The other thing is to automate where possible. Now, a lot of you may be using systems already, and that is great, and some of you may not, but if you can, even I think in Outlook you can do a lot of automating where you can use recurring tasks, you can use workflows, you can basically try and put as much information into those systems as possible so that you can do less work. I mean, there's a lot of cheap ways that it can be done. It's just looking into what your system can do and then trying to utilise it to the best of your ability. So again, pre-preparing. If you know you've got certain steps in a process, then you use those and you build them into your tasks and into recurring tasks, and that will save you a lot of time down the track. So that's the second one, pre-prepare, and the third one is to prioritise and reprioritise. So, the problem with not prioritising is that people tend to do the easy stuff first. They do the short things, the things that they can tick off their list really, really quickly. And I'm one of those people. In fact, I write things down that I may have just already done, just so that I have something to cross off. I don't know if anyone else does that, but yes, I am one of those people. And so it's really important for me to focus my attention and to prioritise my tasks. Now, again, you can do this in a variety of ways. If you've got just a to-do list written down, I usually will put a 1, 2 or a 3. Now, 1 being urgent, 2 being like to get it done, 3, it really can wait, do something more important. So again, it's using your systems to try and use your high priorities, medium, low priorities. A lot of them use that terminology, or just trying to find a way to prioritise. Now, you need to prioritise based on what's really urgent to your business. Obviously, if you've got contracts, SLAs, financial obligations, those things are really important. So it's understanding that you need to do those things first and then move on to the other stuff. Okay, the next thing is to be realistic about your timeframes. Again, making sure that you are putting relevant timeframes into your to-do lists. And the other thing I really like to do is choose 3 things each day that you really want to get done. So you've really got a focus of doing 3 things each day. Make sure you tick them off. If you get them done, great. Then add your next 3 things and you can start working on those. Again, think of your priority with them so that you're getting the things that you need to get done. But that's a really good one. And 3 things, it's easy, do 3 things. Now, the next one is reprioritising. So reprioritise where you feel necessary. If things change in business. So reprioritise. If something comes up that you need to change, then change it. Like don't worry about, oh, this used to be my priority 1. You might have to have a conversation with people in the business to find out what your actual priorities are, but feel free to reprioritise. So that's number 3, prioritise and reprioritise. So in summary, the 3 simple ways to managing your to-do list are understanding exactly what's coming up. And I don't mean what's coming up tomorrow, I mean what's coming up in the next week, in the next month, in the next quarter. Really getting a good idea for what you'll be required to do and starting at the appropriate time. The second one is to pre-prepare, so don't leave it till the morning of to figure out what you need to do. Do it the night before, the afternoon before, just before you leave work. Do it the Friday before your new week starts. A really good way to clear your head, clear your mind, and then on Monday morning you don't waste half your morning, you get it done. And third, prioritise and reprioritise. Know what your priorities are and do your tasks according to those priorities. So that's it for the 3 simple ways to manage your to-do list, and I'd really love it if you would like, share, comment. If you know any business owners who are time poor, entrepreneurs who would like to be able to manage their tasks more efficiently, or just anybody who loves a list, then I would love you to share this with them. So thanks very much.